Good morning, students. Today we have to start a new chapter, that is solution. This is second chapter in part 1 textbook. First we will define solution. So solution is defined as homogeneous mixture of two or more components. Homogeneous is a necessary condition for a mixture to be a solution. Now two or more components. The component which is present in small quantity is called solute, and the component which is present in larger quantity is called solvent if it is containing only two components. So the solution which contain only two components is classified as binary solutions. Bi means two. So there is one solute and one solvent. Solute is present in small quantity and solvent is present in large quantity. If a solution is ternary solution, ternary means containing three components. There will be two solutes and one solvent. For example, salt and sugar added in water. For a quaternary solution will contain four components in it. Out of four components, three will be solute and the one which is present in large quantity, that will be solvent. So it will contain three solute and one solvent. When we are preparing lemon sherbet, that time we add salt, sugar, we add lemon juice in water. So if it contains these four components, water is a solvent, lemon juice, salt and sugar becomes solute. When they are thoroughly mixed, they will prepare a solution which will be called as a quaternary. But for this particular chapter, we have to restrict ourselves to binary type of solution which contain two components, solute and a solvent. Now, after learning definition and types of components, based on the types of components, classification of solution, we have to move on to next type of classification of solution. Generally, we all have in our mind that solution means solute is always solid and solvent is always liquid. But this is very wrong conception in our mind. Solutions are of many types. Solute can be solid, liquid or gas, and solvent also can be solid, liquid or gas. So thus we will get many type of solutions. You can download the NCERT textbook and the table is given in it for different type of solution. Refer that table. I have tried to briefly discuss it, but you will get in more examples in that particular table. So refer textbook for that. Solid solutions. In solid solution, solvent will be solid and solute can be solid, liquid or gas. Now when solvent is solid and solute is also solid, a homogeneous mixture of two metals is an example. So alloys are this type of solution because it is a homogeneous mixture of two metals. Or a colored glass also can be the example. Then we have solid solvent and liquid solute. So vapors of liquid in solid will be example of this type of solution. Gas. Gas in solid means solid is present in large quantity, gas is present in small quantity. So H2 gas on the surface of platinum during the reduction reaction and all. This will be example of gas in solid form. Then liquid solutions. These are more practical and generally in use. Liquid solution, solvent is liquid, solute can be solid, liquid or gas. Example of solid solute, salt in water. Liquid solute, acetone in water or alcohol in water. Gas in solute, gas in liquid or gas as a solute and liquid solvent. Oxygen dissolved in water. Oxygen which is dissolved in water or carbon dioxide which is dissolved in water will be this type of solution. Then we also have gaseous solution in which gas is a solvent. So vapors of camphor in air will be example of solid in gas. Mercury vapors in air will be example of liquid in gas, and air itself is a homogeneous mixture of many gases. So air is also a solution. So thus we complete definition of solution, definition of solute, solvent, and the type of solution based on number of component, and types of solution based on solute and solvent. Next, we have concentration of a solution. A concentration means how much solute is present in given amount of solvent in general. And concentration of solution can be expressed in two manners, qualitative and quantitative. In qualitative manner, it is either expressed as dilute and concentrated. Dilute solution means it contains less amount of solute dissolved in given amount of solvent, and concentrated solution means it contains more amount of solute in given amount of solvent. But this is not more reliable term. The reason is, if I have three solutions and I am comparing them in terms of dilute and concentrated, for example 0.01 molar HCl, 0.1 molar HCl and 1 molar HCl. These are three different concentration which is expressed in quantitative manner. Then this particular solution is dilute as compared to both of this. This particular solution is concentrated as compared to both of above solutions. But the middle one is concentrated as compared to this, and as compared to this it will be dilute. So when we compare 0.1 molar with 0.01 molar, this is more concentrated. When we compare 0.1 molar solution with 1 molar, it is dilute. So the same solution can be, sometimes it be dilute, sometimes it be concentrated. So this is not more reliable classification. The reliable classification is to express concentration of solution in quantitative manner, and quantitatively it can be expressed in many terms which we have studied in first chapter in 11th standard. So quantitatively it is expressed as molarity, mass percent, ppm, mole fraction, normality and formality. These are the various terms which can be used to express concentration of solution. Concentration of solution is expressed quantitatively, means amount of solute is mentioned and amount of solvent is also mentioned. All these definitions have their, all these terms will have their specific definitions and how to measure this particular terms, or how to measure the concentration in terms of this particular quantities, that we will study next. First term in your textbook is given as mass percent. Now mass percent of any component in a solution can be calculated. Now there are two components, solute and solvent. So we can calculate mass percent of solute or we can calculate mass percent of solvent. How it can be measured? So mass percent of component is equal to mass of that component divided by total mass of solution. Means total mass of all components of solution multiplied with 100. As it is expressed in percentage, it has to be, ratio has to be multiplied with 100. For example, a solution of 10 gram glucose in 100 gram of solution, mass percent of solute is equal to 10 because its mass is given as 10 gram. So mass of that component 10 gram divided by total mass of solution 100 gram multiplied with 100. So the percentage will be 10%. So that solution will be called as 10% solution of glucose. When you are solving numericals, this term is very important. 10% solution of glucose means it contains 10 gram glucose dissolved in 100 gram of solution. Okay, so today we'll stop with this. And one more thing, this particular type is expressed in grams and grams. So this percent is also called as W by W, weight upon weight. We can also express mass percent as weight upon volume or volume upon volume. Weight upon volume means solute is expressed in terms of weight and solution is expressed in terms of volume, that is ml, liter, etc. Volume by volume means solute and solvent both are expressed in terms of volume of the component. Volume of solute, volume of solvent or solution. So these are the three terms. Mostly in syrups you will find weight by volume. In 100 ml how much of medicine is dissolved. So there it is used. Volume by volume is also used in industries. It's very important, 10% alcohol and all. So all these terms are very useful, but mostly we use W by W as mass percent. So we'll stop here today and we will continue this chapter tomorrow.